Then the game continued. David asked Florence who could have written the threatening letter, which needless to say, the most suspected person must be Chris. After all, he is the only one who had a conflict with Tom, but Chris claims to have an alibi because he wasn't in the country when the postcard was sent. Mary, in order to survive, immediately added that the postcard can be replaced by someone else, which has nothing to do with whether you are out of the country or not. The friendship between the two of them capsized just like that, and it was Chris' turn to take the risk. David introduced a secret tool, two glass jars containing sulfuric acid and water respectively, and David pushed the tube attached to the glass jars into Chris' girlfriend Florence's mouth and asked Chris to choose one of the two options. And in the end, in the midst of the shivering, Chris chose the water and successfully saved Florence's life. But they don't dare to relax, because the scary game has just begun. This time the ball is turned over to Mary, and David asks her to pick a character for a dare. There is no doubt about it, Ben is the boyfriend and Florence is the best friend. So the unlucky Chris is once again in trouble. Chris also plays the game of choosing between acid and water. But this time, it's Ben's turn to choose. At this point, Ben is forced to reveal a shocking secret. David's brother Tom is a perverted voyeur. On the night of the graduation party, Ben is drunk and goes to his room with Mary. And when they are about to describe what they want to do, they realize that Tom is standing at the door watching. And when Ben yells at him, Tom leaves without realizing it after being forced by David. Ben makes a choice, and Chris is not as lucky as Florence, who unfortunately chooses acid and dies. At this point there's a knock on the door outside the cabin, and it's one of their classmates who comes. So David and Lucas go out to finish him off. Inside the room, Florence takes the opportunity to find a tool to cut the tape on her hands, and intends to take Mary and Ben with her. But time is running out, so Florence can only run away alone and go to the police first. Outside the house, David puts his classmates down and then hands Lucas the gun so that he can't finish them off himself. I don't know what Lucas was thinking, but with the gun in his hand, it was a good chance for him to kill David, so he really pulled the trigger and killed